trust in alignment, you will move into alignment. This is not about blind faith. It is about understanding that the unseen is just as real as the seen. And right now, more is happening for you than you can possibly imagine. What if I told you that you have already
If you told me,
the text?
I wouldn't trust you.
This phase of uncertainty, this emotional
Why
intensity
should
you cannot fully explain, is the
I know
test.
what to
Not
trust
something
is
coming in the
that you
future, not something you
can
need to
only
prepare
trust
for, but
yourself.
something you are already living through.
That's all
The universe does not
there.
always announce its tests. It places you within them and observes how
Just
you
like
respond.
everyone
Do you
else.
react from fear,
I
or do
won't
you
start
move from trust? Do you try to control, or do you allow?
Now
Do you
I'm
collapse
going
into
to
doubt,
be
or do you stand in your knowing, even when there is no evidence? This is what is being measured right now. And after June 16th, the results of this test will begin to reveal themselves in your reality, not as judgment, but as reflection. You will see clearly what your energy has been aligned with. And for many, this realization will be shocking, not because the universe is unfair, but because they did not realize they were being tested all along.
Down for the rest.
You are aware now,
Somebody's
and
running
awareness
like
changes everything. There was a time when overthinking simply slowed you down. It delayed decisions, created confusion, made things feel heavier than they needed to be. And now, in this heightened energy, overthinking becomes something far more dangerous. It becomes
We all
destructive,
been starved at
because
the
the more you
floor.
analyze,
We all made of water to flow.
the more you try
We
to
all
mentally
got
solve what
twin
is
that we
really
know.
energetically aligned, the further you move away from clarity. Chosen one, your mind is not
Man,
designed
just
to
man.
control the universe. It is designed to interpret your experience. And when you place it in a position of control,
But there's
it
spiritual
begins to create
maturity
problems
to
that do not exist.
We go
After
on
June
to
16th,
the next
this will
thing.
accelerate. Thoughts will manifest faster. Doubts will echo louder. And if you are not grounded in your inner knowing, you will find yourself trapped in cycles of confusion that feel impossible to break. This is why you must learn to quiet the mind,
If you
not by
grab
force,
into
but
a
by
tree,
trust. Trust that what is meant for you
everything's in the
does not
same.
require constant analysis.
It could ever
It
be.
requires alignment. There is a shift available to you right now, and it is not dramatic. It is
See,
not
it
loud.
ain't.
It is subtle, almost invisible, but it changes
It
everything.
ain't bad.
It is
It's
the
not
shift from
fully
forcing to allowing, from
everything.
questioning to
It's
trusting,
already
from controlling
got
to
everything.
surrendering.
It
This
comes
is the moment
less and
where you
then
stop
some.
chasing clarity and begin to embody it.
And hey,
Where you stop
the
asking when
universe
and
is
begin to
expanding
live as if
till
it
it
is already
inhales
unfolding.
and goes back to
This is
sleep.
not
And the next day trillion
It is alignment.
now.
Because when you align your
And all
energy
is
with what
one,
you desire, you remove the resistance that keeps it at a
It'll
distance.
start
After
again.
June 16th,
And say
this
good
shift
morning.
becomes the difference between those who receive and those who remain waiting. It is not about being, it is about being different. And that difference
Cosmic
begins within you,
breath.
in the
Cosmic
quiet decision to release what you cannot control
Cosmic day.
and trust what you cannot yet see.
Is very enlightened.
This is where your power returns. This is where your path becomes clear. And this is where everything begins to change. Chosen one, after June 16th, something within your reality will become impossible to ignore. It will not arrive as chaos, but as clarity so sharp that it cuts through every delusion you have been holding on to. The energy will intensify in a way that exposes
There's
everything.
just a
Your habits, your emotional patterns, your attachments, your hidden fears.
waking nightmare.
What once stayed buried beneath distraction will rise to the surface, not to overwhelm you, but to be seen. This is the nature of true transformation.
Space.
It does not hide what needs to be released. It reveals it. And this revelation will feel uncomfortable for those who are not ready, because truth does
Water
not
has conscience and memory.
denial. But for you,
Say to it and
this
it'll
is
surely
the moment where you
hear.
begin to see yourself without
Let it be,
distortion.
let it be,
When you
let it
recognize
be,
the exact
let it
places
be.
within you that have been
Let
quietly
it
holding
be,
you
speak
back.
the words of
Once you see them
wisdom.
clearly,
All my
no
body.
longer pretend they are not there. This is why this shift is so powerful. Because awareness, once awakened, cannot be reversed. You are not going backward after this. You are moving forward, whether slowly or rapidly, but forward nonetheless. As this clarity rises, something else will happen. Your old habits will attempt to return with greater intensity. Not because you are failing, and not because you are regressing, but because you are on the edge of outgrowing them. Patterns do not disappear quietly. They resist being released. They will try to convince you that they are still necessary, still relevant, still part of who you are. You may feel familiar thoughts creeping back in, old emotional triggers resurfacing, habits that you believed you had already moved beyond suddenly reappearing. This is not a sign to give in. It is a sign to rise above. Chosen one, this is the final echo of what no longer belongs in your life. And the universe is watching closely, not to judge you, but to see if you will choose differently this time. Because every time you respond in a new way, you break the cycle. Every time you refuse to fall back into what is comfortable and limiting, you step further into your alignment. This is the moment where your growth becomes real. Not in theory, not in intention, but in action. There is a tension that may be a subtle but persistent version of yourself. One familiar, shaped by your past, your experiences, your fears, emerging, trusting that it holds something greater? Or will you try to recreate the past, knowing it no longer fits who you are? This is the question that will define your path. For a long time, control may have felt like your safety. Planning everything, anticipating outcomes, preparing for every possibility. It gave you a sense of stability in an unpredictable world. But now, that illusion is beginning to break. Not because control is inherently wrong, but because it is no longer serving your growth. The more you try to control what is unfolding now, the more resistance you create within yourself. And that resistance blocks the natural flow of alignment. Chosen one, what is meant for you does not require force. It does not need to be chased or manipulated into existence. It arrives through alignment, through openness, through trust. After June 16th, this truth will become undeniable. You will see clearly where you have been holding too tightly, where you have been trying to manage outcomes that were never yours to control. And you will be given a choice to continue gripping on to what feels safe, or to release it and step into a flow that is far more powerful choices you have faced before, this one cannot be delayed. It cannot be ignored. It cannot be postponed for a more convenient time. This decision is not about external circumstances. It is about your internal alignment. It is about who you choose to be when faced with uncertainty, when faced with the unknown, when faced with the opportunity to either trust or retreat. The portal does not judge you, but it does respond to you instantly. If you step forward with trust, it opens. If you hesitate in fear, it remains closed, not as punishment, but as reflection. After June 16th, this portal becomes active in your life. You will feel it in your choices, in your reactions, in the subtle moments where you know exactly what you should do, yet feel the pull to do otherwise. These moments are not random, they are invitations, and how you respond will determine what unfolds next in your reality. Amid all of this intensity, something else is awaiting within you. Something quiet, yet powerful. Your inner knowing. The voice that does not shout, does not panic, does not rush. The voice that simply knows. You have felt it before, in moments of clarity that came without explanation, in instincts that guided you correctly, even when logic disagreed. But now, this inner knowing is becoming stronger, more consistent, more impossible to ignore. After June 16th, it will begin to guide you in ways that feel almost effortless if you are willing to listen. This is not intuition as you once understood it. It is alignment speaking through you. And the more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. The challenge is that it will not always align with your fears, your habits, or your desire for control. It will ask you to move in ways that feel uncertain, but deeply right. And this is where your transformation accelerates. Because when you begin to follow this inner knowing, without hesitation, without resistance, you step fully into the path that was meant for you all along. Chosen one, there is something you must not misinterpret in the days following June 16th. There may be moments where things seem to fall apart, where plans shift unexpectedly, where connections feel strained, or where emotions rise without warning. But understand this clearly. This is not destruction, it is restructuring. The universe does not deliver breakthroughs on unstable foundations. It first removes what cannot sustain what is coming. And that removal can feel like loss if you are still attached to what is leaving. This is why so many misread their own transformation. They see collapse and assume failure, when in truth it is preparation. The breakdown you fear is often the breakthrough you've been asking for, just in a form
You what they say?
you did not expect. And if you resist it, if you try to hold together what is already dissolving, you delay what is meant to replace it. But if you allow it, if you trust that what is falling away is making space for something greater, you move through this phase with power instead of fear. This is the moment where perception becomes everything. What you call an ending may actually be your beginning. Timing, chosen one, is not just about when things happen, it is about when you respond. One of the greatest mistakes you can make in this energy is reacting too soon, acting from emotion before clarity arrives, making decisions from discomfort instead of alignment. Because not everything that feels urgent is meant to be acted upon. Some things are meant to be observed, felt, and understood before you move. After June 16th, the energy will intensify your emotional awareness, bringing things to the surface quickly. And while this may feel overwhelming at times, it is actually giving you a powerful advantage, the ability to see clearly before you act. But if you ignore this, if you allow yourself to react impulsively, you create consequences that could have been avoided. Chosen one, your power lies not just in what you do, but in when you do it. Patience is not passivity, it is precision. And in this phase, precision is everything. There will be moments where everything feels urgent, where your mind convinces you that you must decide now, act now, fix now. This is the illusion that has kept you trapped in cycles before. Urgency is often not truth. It is fear trying to regain control. It pushes you to act before you are ready, to choose before you are clear, to move before you are aligned. But the universe does not operate in panic. It operates in timing. And what is truly meant for you will not require rushed decisions driven by anxiety. After June 16th, you will need to become deeply aware of this pattern. You will need to pause when everything inside you says, move now. Because that pause creates space for clarity. That pause allows your inner knowing to rise above the noise of fear. Chosen one, not everything that feels immediate is important, and not everything important feels immediate. Learning the difference will protect your alignment in ways you cannot yet fully understand. When everything around you feels like it is shifting, when emotions rise and circumstances feel uncertain, there is one place where your power remains untouched. Stillness. Not the kind of stillness that avoids reality, but the kind that observes it without becoming consumed by it. This is where your clarity lives. This is where your intuition becomes undeniable. And this is where you reconnect with your true alignment. After June 16th, stillness will become your anchor. Because the external world may not always reflect the internal shifts you are going through. There may be moments of confusion, of waiting, of not knowing what comes next. But within that space, stillness allows you to remain grounded. It prevents you from reacting out of fear. It keeps you connected to your higher awareness. Chosen one, you do not need to control the chaos. You need to remain centered within it. Because when you do, the chaos loses its power over you. Discomfort is something most people try to avoid. Something they interpret as a sign that something is wrong. But in this phase, discomfort is not your enemy. It is your guide. It is showing you exactly where growth is required, exactly where old patterns are being challenged, exactly where transformation is taking place. After June 16th, discomfort will become more noticeable, not because things are getting worse, but because your awareness is increasing. You will feel things more deeply.